Do you remember our previous video about the most dangerous places on Earth? Well, it's time for the second part. Are you happy? Yeah, me too. So let's start. Burn you alive. Picture a place so scorching that cooking an egg on the ground is quite an option when hunger strikes. That's the reality of Death Valley in California, a searing desert basin where temperatures soar to a record-breaking 134 degrees Fahrenheit, equivalent to 56 degrees Celsius, the hottest air temperature ever documented on Earth. Depressions in the terrain trap intense hot air, while nearby mountain ranges limit cloud formation and perpetuate the valley's drought. Consequently, every visitor to Death Valley faces the risk of heat-related illnesses like heat stroke and dehydration, resulting in 1 to 3 deaths annually. Additionally, the valley hosts wildlife including rattlesnakes, scorpions, black widow spiders, and mountain lions. Sounds like more than anyone could handle. However, if those dangers don't scare you, there's another caution: don't remove your shoes. In 2017, a tourist suffered severe burns by walking barefoot in Death Valley, where the ground reaches temperatures as high as 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And yes, just because you can fry an egg on the ground doesn't mean you should. Park rangers spend considerable time cleaning up eggshells and cartons, admonishing visitors that their egg-cooking antics have crossed the line. Civilized behavior is always appreciated, don't you think? Freeze you to death. Let's go from extreme heat to extreme cold. Few places can induce chills quite like Oymyakon in eastern Russia. With a population of 500, this town holds the title for the coldest permanently inhabited area on Earth. During winter, the average low temperature comes to minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit, but it was established further to a bone-chilling minus 90 degrees. Astonishingly, this makes Oymyakon colder than the average temperature on Mars, where it's minus 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Surviving in such frigid conditions poses significant challenges. Frozen pipes necessitate outhouses with pit latrines instead of indoor toilets in most homes. Agricultural endeavors struggle in the frozen soil, leading to a diet predominantly reliant on frozen meat and fish. Even a small unpleasant incident such as a flat tire or a lost key can become life-threatening in the relentless cold, where every moment outdoors inches closer to a freezing death. And keep in mind that if you're unfortunate enough to die, locals must maintain a bonfire in the cemetery for several days to thaw the earth enough for burial. For those contemplating a visit to Oymyakon, pack your wallet. Staying warm comes at a considerable cost. Residents must wear thick fur coats, priced at over $1,550 just to venture outside safely. While the average monthly wage is $600, many take out mortgages to afford the vital furs. Even wrapped in fur, the sub-zero air freezes eyelashes and beard into painful icicles within minutes. When you think of a winter holiday, better avoid this place. The real venom. Visiting the island off Brazil's coast, officially called Ilha da Queimada Grande but famously known as Snake Island, would be incredibly reckless. Beneath its rainforest and jungles lies a squirming mass of approximately 4,000 deadly snakes eagerly waiting to bite unsuspecting visitors. These snakes, known as golden lanceheads, are a rare and highly venomous pit viper species, among the deadliest in Latin America. Their venom, filled with hemotoxins, swiftly deteriorates flesh, destroys red blood cells, and leads to death within an hour. These snakes are not going to play. Originally connected to Brazil's mainland, Snake Island became isolated due to rising sea levels over millennia. With no natural predators and abundant seabirds for sustenance, the stranded snakes thrived exponentially. Now, estimates suggest 1 to 5 golden lanceheads per square meter, ensuring visitors are always within close proximity to these slithering threats. The risk is so severe that the Brazilian Navy has banned human access to Snake Island, permitting only essential research by scientists. Well, I wouldn't go anyway. Daredevil Road. If you're considering a road trip, you might want to avoid Yungas Road in Bolivia. This harrowing route winds along a steep cliff, reaching heights of 15,260 feet above sea level. Some sections are merely 10 feet wide, lacking guardrails along the terrifying 2,000-foot drop. Dust clouds from the poorly maintained road impair visibility, while humid winds from the nearby rainforest cause frequent rainstorms and mudslides. Its infamous nickname Death Road is well earned. Despite its dangers, many thrill-seekers still use this route. Cars and trucks often maneuver past each other, pushing vehicles to the brink of the narrow track. In the 1990s, between 200 and 300 lives were lost annually due to accidents, plunging into the depths below. Fortunately, in 2006, the Bolivian government constructed a newer, safer road, which most vehicles now prefer to use. Considering the risks of Death Road, once you begin the journey, there's no turning back. Making a U-turn is certainly not an option. Gates of Hell. The northern Atlantic coast in Namibia carries the name Skeleton Coast, revealing much about its nature. Referred to as the land God made in anger by the Bushmen of Namibia's interior, and labeled the Gates of Hell by 16th century Portuguese sailors. This area isn't the best seaside spot. It's a segment of the Namib Desert, an expansive and harsh terrain where finding drinkable water is exceedingly challenging. Despite being adjacent to the sea, perishing from thirst is a real possibility without carrying your own water supply. Adding to the danger, the dunes shelter formidable predators like desert lions, hyenas, cheetahs, and jackals, waiting for potential prey. The scattered, bleached bones of their victims serve as a chilling reminder of why this area is called as it's called. Approximately 1,000 shipwrecks rest along its shores. The region's treacherous waters, characterized by strong currents, hidden rocks, dense fogs, and fierce winds, have caused ships to run aground for centuries. These wrecks contribute to the eerie landscape of this coastline. Imagine surviving a shipwreck only to find yourself stranded on a waterless beach with a lion threat. Not the best option. An alien place. The Danakil Depression stands out as one of the unusual spots on our planet. Situated in northwest Ethiopia, this surreal terrain resembles a radioactive wasteland with its vibrant yellow craters and neon green waters. Despite its captivating appearance, this volcanic expanse poses numerous deadly threats. Positioned at the convergence of three highly mobile tectonic plates, the area frequently experiences earthquakes, leading to fissures that could unexpectedly drag away unwary visitors. These crevices release noxious sulfur and chlorine gases, emitting the smell of rotting eggs. Moreover, the tectonic movements give rise to hot springs filled with scorching waters heated by the underlying molten magma. The minerals heated by magma create stunning formations of multi-hued salt crusts and crystal deposits. However, these pools' temperatures can soar as high as 226 degrees Fahrenheit. If you think that's it, let me surprise you. The Danakil Depression harbors not one, but two active volcanoes. Air to Ale. One of these volcanoes hosts a boiling lava lake at its summit that sometimes spills over, causing devastation to anything it encounters. While this alien landscape may appear mesmerizing, remember, the Danakil Depression is a real triple kill. The Elephant's Foot. Did you know that taking a step in the location captured in this photo would lead to fatality in a mere 5 minutes? This peculiar blob-looking formation is called the Elephant's Foot, located at the epicenter of the Chernobyl disaster, one of history's most severe nuclear accidents. In 1986, the explosion of the No. 4 reactor at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine spewed immense amounts of radioactive material and fuel, detectable even in Sweden due to the radiation spread. Even today, the 1,000 square mile area, known as the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, remains uninhabitable, although controlled tourism is permitted. However, there's a strictly forbidden zone within Chernobyl that no visitors can access, the Elephant's Foot. This mass is composed of corium, resembling lava, formed from the fusion of nuclear fuel and molten metal that seeped out after the reactor's explosion. As of 2019, the Elephant's Foot is encased within the Chernobyl New Safe Confinement, a protective steel structure that took 20 years to construct and stands taller than the Statue of Liberty. While you stay outside the steel enclosure, you're relatively safe, but entering it would result in dire consequences. In just half a minute near the Elephant's Foot, the high-energy radioactive particles would induce nausea and dizziness. After 2 minutes, your cells would start dying in masses, leading to death within 5 minutes. Ignoring this elephant, and the room is not the best decision. Visiting all these places isn't the brightest idea, but still, if you could visit one of them, where would you go? Share your thoughts in the comments, and we'll gather a list of the most crazy people for another video. Don't forget to subscribe and press the like button. It makes us really happy. See y'all in the next video.